The Gift of the Givers Foundation has begun its emergency relief response to the Malawi Floods disaster. Torrential rains have overwhelmed Malawi, leaving close to 200 people dead and about 200,000 others homeless. Thousands of hectares of farming land have been washed away, raising concern of hunger this year. President Peter Mutharika has already declared a state of emergency in 15 of the 28 districts of the country and appealed to the international community for food relief and support for search and rescue operations. And the Gift of the Givers Foundation has responded to the call by distributing food items, plastic sheeting, blankets, kitchen utensils, among others, to flood victims in Chikwawa and Sanje districts. One of the biggest challenges to this disaster response is accessing the most hit areas. Bridges have been washed away and roads have become impassable, rendering it very difficult to reach the affected areas. Apart from giving aid to the victims who are already in camps, it is very important that the food reaches the people who have been cut off by the floods. Gift of the Givers Foundation partnered with the Malawi Defense Force to deliver aid to these areas which are not accessible by road. Gift of the Givers traveled with the Marine Division of the Malawi Army using speedboats to deliver aid to Makanga, an area with a population of more than 5,000 which has been cut off by the floods.
We are with the Malawi Army in their speedboat. The Malawi Army, from the beginning of this disaster, they have been trying to rescue people from this other side. But there are so many people this side. So as Gift of the Givers, we are trying to take some aid to the people who are stranded on the other side. Now, where we are sailing here, you may think that this is a lake. No, it's not. This was once a dwelling place. This is where thousands of houses have been destroyed. Villages have been washed away. And as you can see, this is supposed to be a farmland. This is supposed to be where people had planted maize, but all their crops have been destroyed. So now we are sailing to the other side so that we can rescue the people of this side. There's no other way you can go that side. It's either you go there by a plane or you go there by boat. So the Malawi Army has been very, very helpful to us, Gift of the Givers, for us to send aid to the people affected at the other side of these floods.
The Gift of the Givers carried foodstuffs, plastic sheetings, cooking utensils, among others, to the victim. It takes the boat almost 30 minutes to reach Makanga, which is now an island. Desperate people are on the shores, waiting to be taken to the other side because there's no food on the island. There's also been unconfirmed reports of crocodiles looming this area. Gift of the Givers is the first relief agency to reach this area and deliver emergency food aid. This food aid is very important to keep the flood victims healthy as they await evacuation, which is so slow owing to the few speedboats owned by the Malawi government. The situation here is desperate. Apart from delivering this aid, the Malawi Army will have to rescue people from this island, and priority is given to the sick, the elderly, as well as children.
The rescue operations are still going on, but as you can see, so many people here, but very little resources. This is the only speedboat which is supposed to be rescuing almost 1,000 people, so it can only take a few at a time.
Those rescued have an emotional journey to the safer grounds. These are areas they know well. These are areas they used to visit. Markets have been washed away. Their maize gardens have gone. Emotions are so visible on their faces. They have lost classmates, relatives, friends in these floods. These were dwelling places, but today this whole place is flooded. Nevertheless, at least they have been rescued to safer grounds. The gift of the givers also delivered timely aid to Fatima, an area which is only accessible by air. The gift of the givers is the first relief organization to go to these areas that even the Member of Parliament for the area, who is also Deputy Speaker of Parliament, Esther Mcheka-Chilenje, uploaded.
Today, I'm so thankful to Gift of Givers as a Member of Parliament that they have brought us relief items in form of blankets, plastic plates, and all other utensils which are necessary for the usage by a human being. I'm so grateful to this timely and kind donation. It has come at the right time. I really thank Gift of Givers for this donation today. And it is my prayer and my plea that this should be the beginning, because the problem there is really huge. If possible, the institution of Gift of Givers can plan for at least 1 year consignments, because the problem is the people will be in those camps for a long time. They need to have items to build the houses once floods are out, and probably plan for other programs and projects to help the lives of people and maintain their normal life as usual.
Gift of the Givers carried out these operations with support from the Malawi Army. Using the Malawi Army choppers, aid was delivered to areas which have been cut off and only accessible by air. This chopper has been coming here to rescue people, but today, with the Gift of the Givers Foundation, it has come with food aid to the people who are now on the verge of starvation. This food aid is important to keep the victims healthy as they await for more flights to rescue them to safer grounds. After the aid has been delivered, the Malawi Army continues with its rescue operations. For those who have remained on the island, at least tonight they have something to eat. On higher grounds, camps have been set up by UNICEF and the Red Cross, but more aid is needed. The Gift of the Givers is also delivering food aid to these camps. Currently, the risk of waterborne diseases as well as malaria is very high. Urgent medical supplies are needed. Food is still in short supply as the numbers keep rising every day. Weather forecast shows that there is one more cyclone heading to Malawi, which may just worsen the situation. Gift of the Givers continues its humanitarian assistance to flood victims in other districts of Mulanje, Palombe, Mangochi, Zomba and Machinga, which are also badly affected.